aching cold sets into an unfamiliar body. A distant howling surrounds you, louder with each passing second. Insistent and invisible hands slap and tear at the membrane that protects you. Your first emotion is an involuntary and formless panic. You feel you have forgotten something important, as if it once meant the world to you. But the details slip away as you grasp at them. You force your eyes open. The body is... wait, you are wearing a form-fitting suit of some dark material. You recall that you were wearing something much more elaborate a short time ago. You have smooth, light brown skin, 5 fingers on each hand, 5 toes on each foot. Good muscles, strong but not bulky, and slim hips. Your palms are soft, as if they have not done much labor, but scars and burns on the hands and wrists suggest that you haven't always been careful. Why can't you remember this? Without warning, the cocoon that surrounds you shreds and tears away. You are falling. Above you, a small moon is slowly collapsing in on itself. The world is many kilometers below you. Instinctively, you spread your arms and legs, and they respond sluggishly. You stop tumbling head over heels. Though you were still spinning laterally, that motion has calmed as well, and you have space to assess your situation, and perhaps to understand the predicament and the body in which you find yourself. Below you, you see a large landmass. A massive ocean dominates the rest of the visible globe, dotted here and there with island chains. Small moons, unusual structures, and strange machines rush past you in glittering profusion as you plummet toward the ground. Now you see that this appears to be a huge megacontinent, the only land of any size, on this side of the world at least. Great inland seas and lakes dot the land, and curiously, regular mountain ranges march up and down and across. You are falling toward what looks to be a great bay, a sprawling city perched on its shore just to the north. Further to the north and east, you see a broad plain scattered with curious structures, visible even from this height. The northeastern portion of this land looks to be a desert, a strange blue dot like an eye in its exact center. It seems to hold a city in its watery grasp. To its west is a ring of huge mountains, surmounted by enormous carved peaks spewing magma into a central catch basin. What concerns you most right now is the bay below you. It's coming at you quickly. Reached a velocity that could, without irony, best be named terminal. You spread your arms and legs and try to catch a draft, and it looks like you'll hit the bay that's rushing toward you, unless you hit the building in its littered waters. A strange web of colors surrounds you, thrown by a figure standing on the balcony of the structure, but it is effective only at slowing your fall. Strike the building hard enough to crack its crystalline structure, and you hear one of the engines that supports it protest and howl, and the agony of the crash overcomes you. And then... darkness.
Hey, what's up, Andy? Uh, yeah, I tried to load the Wasteland game yesterday, and it kept crashing, unfortunately. So I think what I might have to do is, if I can't get it to work, I might have to just load the game before I did that fight, and just do the DLCs, I guess. Yeah, it keeps crashing. Did it 3 times, and I got it to load 1 time, and then I went to loot the chest that has the saw blade heavy gun in it, and then it just crashed immediately. I might be able to get it to work if I keep trying. This is a game that I never beat. It's also an Exile game. It was on sale, and I played it on Game Pass, and I really liked it a lot. This game's really interesting, though. It's, you're like, it's billions of years into the future. You stand in front of a rusted door. The air is humid and dank. Had a moment's respite from this waterlogged hell. A bubble of stale air. Your resting point. You've breathed water before, and you've lived decades beneath the waves, but this body's an air breather, and the constant pressure has been crushing you ever so subtly. Worse, your companion's mind seems to be wandering from the task at hand. He's a genius with machines, as you well know, but now he seems distracted. The device in his hands is covered in knobs, wires, and antennas. He believes it can get 2 of you through the corroded door, but he's merely staring at it. Perhaps he's lost faith in his invention. That is hardly your concern. This mission cannot be delayed. It must proceed. Deceive him by telling him that you've heard sounds of pursuit. Threaten him until he returns to the task at hand. Deceive him. Your words echo clearly, and he looks up, surprised, as you cut through his indecisive daze. He grimaces and says, "All right, we'll be through the door before they catch up." His fingers make minute adjustments to the knobs and blinking levers of the device, and the stale air of your bubble freshens as the door swings open. A dark hallway lies beyond, a passage that links the water bordered cells in the aquatic viewing areas. What you seek lies there. Moments later, you're underwater again, your hands closing around a strange yet familiar artifact. You need it to complete something. It hovers above a pedestal, rotating in the dark water. An electric current rushes through your fingers as your hands cross the vertical plane of the pedestal, and an iridescent field coalesces so fast that the wave of pressure dazes you for a moment. The rising pulse of a sonar alarm ripples through the water. Yeah, I think when I was playing it on Game Pass I got soft locked or something. I don't know if I got soft locked or I just didn't know how to progress or what, but I remember not being able to progress, so I stopped playing it. You focus on the cloudy base of the pedestal. Your fingers instinctively find the control panel. How do I change the difficulty? Is there even a difficulty setting? I couldn't find one. Almost as if you had built it in the first place. You removed it, casting it to the side, and you reach inside to deactivate the crystals that power both the pulse and the pedestal. As you remove them, a scaly hand falls on your shoulder. Your head whips around and you see only the inky blackness of a... I don't know how to pronounce that word or what it means. Piscine? Memory begins to fade, as if you are being drawn backwards through the tunnel, and you hear more pylons rising from the pit. Something is wrong. The events within the orb have settled into that gap in your mind, but the edges of it are rough, as though the memory itself is not truly yours. There's something else, a gust of sour air pulling at you, like a predator inhaling the scent of its prey at the far end of a dark, whispering field. Last cast off. No spoilers, Andy. Don't spoil the game for me. Inventory lets you view, equip, manage items and equipment you find. Has a number of sections. Ciphers you're carrying in your cipher limit. Oh, I remember the ciphers. The mirror looks strange, as though what you see in it. Mirror looks strange as though what you see in it is real and you're the reflection. Yeah, I couldn't find how to do that. I've played this game before, I don't see where you can change the difficulty level. Where's the option? Maybe once I start fighting it'll give me an option. The light around the door's frame dims and flares like a roaring fire in high wind. Countless scratches and wounds mar the surface of this door. Someone made a great effort to get inside. To no avail. No sign or symbol tells you what might be behind this enormous door. A dull chill radiates from its bronze segmented surface, and the thick metal wheel seems frozen into place. It might be in this menu right here. I think later it might give me an option. I don't remember it being difficult to find. You stand beside a woman on a verdant crag. Beneath the two of you is a broad plateau towering above the overgrowth far below. Strange machines have been built into the cliffside, presumably for reconnaissance or defense. A metallic disc gleams from the center of the plateau. Your self-aware humanoid machines drill into the base of the cliffs below. If you were looking for a sanctuary and you were desperately, this seems like the right place. I don't know about this, the woman says, her voice flat, neutral. Her face is turned away from you. What makes this place any more secure than the other ones we've found? Draw her attention to the hidden detail that your more experienced eye can clearly see. Use your charm to persuade her of the merits of the site and to remind her of the time constraints. Convince her with the wisdom of your superior intellect. See, if I was younger, I would use this. or this. These two. With looks and intelligence, and then as you get older, your IQ decreases, but your wisdom increases, and your experience. A lot of people don't understand that their IQ decreases as they get older. Select this one. Draw her attention to the hidden detail that your more experienced eye can clearly see. I'm experienced. At least in the game, huh? You shade your eyes against the bright sun so that you can point out the thin bands radiating out from the metallic disc. How the energy from those bands affects the local fauna, suggesting an enormous source of prior world energy. She thinks deeply. It's geologically sound. Have you run the sounding samples and checked the strata? No major caverns or weaknesses showed up on your resonance scans. She waits for your affirmation and says, "All right, I'm convinced." The two of you sketch your plans for the sanctuary, drawing schematics and architectural diagrams. Then you descend onto the plateau to examine the open ground. The woman suggests having one of the servitors build a shelter for your time here. You try to draw one of the constructs away from its task, but it doesn't respond to your voice. When you lay a hand on its shoulder to reinforce your command, it whirls and strikes you across the face with inhuman speed. It turns back to its task, ignoring you. Your companion helps you rise, laughter in her eyes. It seems your construct has other ideas. What's the matter with it? Use the Numenera and integrate it into the construct's body to overwhelm the behavior malfunction. Examine the construct for mechanical faults. Look for a deeper solution. Perhaps it's an effect of the metallic disc itself. A mist falls onto the plateau as you wrap a fiber shielding mesh around the construct's skull. The mesh powers up, protecting the construct's mind from any trans-dimensional emissions that might be in the area. Taking a deep breath, you repeat your command. Acknowledged, it obediently trundles to the side of your new shelter. The image freezes, then fades, and you feel the memory filling the gap in your mind. Block by jagged block, you stagger, clutching your head. Reclaiming your memories hurts. And once more, there's something else. Hairs lift one by one on the back of your neck. Something beyond this room can sense what you are doing, and is hunting you. A vision of a city springs up around you, your city in flames and under attacks. Her defenders have fought and died all day. Still the attackers keep coming. They fight as if your destruction were demanded of them. They care nothing for mercy, surrender, or plunder. What they want is blood. But you have brought a keen-eyed companion to the top of the tower. She has seen the way to stop the invaders. You need to get her to safety, and you need to rally your defenders. But even as you turn towards the door of the tower, two of the attackers descend from a hovering machine. You don't have time to strike at them before they land. One is brutishly large. His weapon a vibrating axe. The other is slim, sheathed in glassy armor and holding a hilt with a sizzling invisible blade. Your companion backs away. She's too young to help. Your enemies advance single file, confined by the parapet. Trade blows with the giant. You can handle it for at least a strike or two. Duck under the giant's swing and attack before it can strike. This is what I would do in real life, because I've been in fights, and when I was younger and had more stamina and speed, I would I would win a fight by just being in better shape than somebody. Yeah, if you're in really good shape and you're fast and strong, so I'm gonna pick this one. The memory seems crystal clear. The giant is menacing. It's true, but the invisible blade of its companion is more worrisome still. The energy field that flickers and waves around it suggests that she can carve matter at the molecular level, tearing pieces of her target into nothingness. If you're to save yourself, your best bet is to tackle her first. I think it's funny, I'm taking what I would do when I'm older, and now I'm taking and I'm choosing what I would do if I was younger. Your best bet is to tackle her first. She's stuck behind the giant, waiting her turn to attack you. Unable to bring her weapon to bear until he's out of the way. But it's clear that she expects him to handle you, and her eyes rove behind you or focus on your ward. She's certainly not expecting you to dive between the giant's legs and come up inside her guard. She can't bring her blade to bear in time, and you drive your dagger up under her chin. You catch her before her deadly blade drops onto you, and you spin her around. The weapon slashes into the giant as he topples bisected. The immediate threat ended. You focus on finding a way back to your allies. You open the tower door and rush down the stairs. The door at the base of the stairs is slightly cracked, opening just a bit into the hall, and you hear more of the enemy soldiers beyond. Hurl yourself against the door and knock them to the ground. Crack the door open to sneak past them. I want to be a tank in the game, and I'm pretty sure you can, if I remember correctly, it'll suggest what you want to be for role-playing purposes, but you can customize your character. Hurl yourself against the door and knock them to the ground. I don't think I weigh enough to be able to do that. This is what I would do in real life. Number 2. Defenses. Let's do this one. In real life, I would try to sneak. You You charge through the dim shadows and burst through the doorway, remaining into the nearest soldier. He falls, and you rebound nimbly off him, only to take a direct hit from his companion's blade. The impact launches you down the hall, just as you'd hoped, though the blows make your ears ring. You come to your feet and race on, ignoring the mild ache in your chest. Projectiles skip and spark off the walls around you. You barely feel the single desperate bolt that deflects off your reinforced backplate. Oh, I have a backplate. The memory begins to fade and you find yourself back in your own body. Your temples throb with the racing force of your heartbeat, and the reclaimed memories blaze within you like a bonfire on a mountain peak, visible to every predator for kilometers around. A tremor rocks the floor beneath you, as though a massive fist has struck the room itself. Swaying on your feet, you see a frantic movement within the borders of a mirror at the edge of the room. Bum 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 bum. The border of this mirror is lavishly decorated with a dizzying number of interlocking symbols. Daggers, masks, paintbrushes, amulets, and more, but that's nothing compared to what you see in the glass. You see a vast crowd of people, exact doppelgangers of you, shoving, arguing with, and fighting each other. Most are drab imitations of you, but a precious few are vivid and pulling at your attention. Each of them bears an intricate pentagonal tattoo on their head. In their eyes, their actions, you see the memories you discover within the orbs, and the choices you made shining like distant stars. Your hand twitches at your side, and though some of the bright doppelgangers ignore you, an even smaller number immediately turn to you, waiting for you to choose them and learn what you might become. A rumble shakes the room and slowly vibrates. Slow vibration spreads from the darkness below, rippling towards the ceiling. Point at the doppelganger with the clever eyes. Point at the doppelganger observing all the others. I'm an observer. This is who I am. I observe. Sidling around the edgy of the unruly crowd, the doppelganger cautions you to silence with a finger at its lips. Together you scan the room and its inhabitants, noting every potential hazard and hearing every drip of strange liquid in the depths beneath your feet. Quietly, the doppelganger waits for your decision. I want to consider the other choices. The remaining doppelgangers scatter from the edges of the mirrors and vanish. Your chosen identity steps forward. Its appearance changes as it steps out into the rippling glass. Its face reflects confidence and cleverness. Shadows of weapons flicker in and out of its hand, and a few devices shimmer on its belt. You get the feeling you would be comfortable in a variety of situations. The word Jack sounds in your mind. Your doppelganger continues walking, stepping into you, filling you, making you whole. Your decision rings out into the cavernous room, awakening and unlocking vast mechanisms behind the wall. Suddenly a grotesque noise rings through your shared words like a bell. If bells could rot. Bells could rot. Something is coming. The mirror fades, leaving a dark, open doorway. You take a deep breath and step through it. Your choices and the memories in the mirror have begun to build your character, but now you have the opportunity to decide on a number of details. First, you can decide to change your type. Type defines the abilities and skills you'll be able to acquire as you advance. Heavy weapons. Two-handed melee weapons. Bonus to movement. Mitigates penalties for equipping bonded artifacts. I don't want this. I want to custom make my character. A jack. No. I will pick a character that's not like me in real life. Oh yeah, armored up. Ends turn immediately. Makes a basic attack against the first enemy that moves within weapon range. Gains plus 15% on attacks made this way. Consumes action. In the midst of combat you withdraw, creating an opening. And the fool who tries to take advantage of it quickly discovers her mistake. Her mistake. Excuse me. Practiced in armor. Gain 3 speed. Armor cost reduction. 3 might armor cost reduction. Reduces the penalty to esotery attacks as incurred by armor. Oh man, did my answers affect this? Why would a jack have heavy weapons training? Oh! The red means they're not good in that area. There's a penalty. I remember now. The blue is when you're good at it. Yeah, the red is a penalty for that. I don't want a penalty in moving. Stat pools are the resources you use to apply effort or activate abilities. You can distribute points as you see it fit. Glaives tend to favor might and speed, or speed, while nanos favor intellect. Man, it's cold in here. I need to close the... Reaction time. What's that? Evasion? Let's go tanky, bro. Health by 1? Doesn't seem like very much. Dexterity and reaction time. Does that mean he gets turns more often? Represents the character's dexterity, so probably land blows more easily. Every 2 points in speed also increases evasion by 5%. Physical strength and resilience. So it sounds like I can take more damage. Let's just go full might. It's funny because I always make these tanky characters in the game, and I'm not like that at all. I'm a very... I mean, I'm physically strong, but I'm not big. I'm small and agile. But I always like try in the video game world. I always pick a character that I wouldn't be in real life. Abilities unlock. Yeah, if I was like, I guess I would be like a rogue type character in real life, I guess, if I had to, you know, fight in a world like this. Abilities unlocked by your type can be active actions such as attacks or spells like esoteries or unique passive effects. That's why it's a video game, right? It's a fantasy. You're fantasizing that you're something else. Unfailing precision. Critical success. So that's like critical hits. Skill with defense. Plus 10% evasion, plus 10% willpower. That sounds good. You know how to place your feet, how to angle your shield, and how to deflect your enemies' blows. You dance through combat, and none can lay a finger on you. That sounds good. Taunt. Costs 1 intellect. Confers compelled, forcing the target to attack you. Jokes about heritage, parentage, appearance, smell, and imagine mating habits leave your friends rolling with laughter and your foes seething with rage. They will try to kill you for these slights to the exclusion of all others because of your mastery of the form. Funny, the finger sign on his head. Hook. Snare a target with a grappling hook and pull them towards you. I think I remember this skill. Consume movement. Yeah, you can pull the enemies towards you. I think I remember that being useful. I think I want some evasion though, eh? Some extra tankiness. You know what though? I think there's another skill where it's gonna take away my evasion, but the willpower blocks against magic, right? I could always go back. Yeah, I can go back. Let me pick this. Most skills increase your chance of success on specific kinds of actions and tasks, but some give other passive bonuses. Each skill starts at the novice level and can be increased to trained and specialized, granting greater bonuses at each level. Descriptors often leave some skills at the inability level, meaning they inflict penalties when upgraded. These return to the novice level. Quick fingers. Smashing. Plus 15% bonus per level on difficult tasks. Oh no. We need to focus on combat. And health. Bonus to movement distances on each crisis turn. Looks like I'm gonna be slow, eh? I don't want to be slow, but I want that health. Plus 5 to health per level. Maybe I can get this later. Let's get that health boost. Weapon skills increase the character's chance to hit with specific kinds of weapons, like other skills. They start at novice and can be upgraded to trained and specialized. Plus 15% bonus per level on attack with heavy weapons. Two-handed melee weapons, cannons, cannon-like ranged weapons, medium. Crossbow rifles, single-handed melee weapons. Okay, I think I want to get a shield. Maybe I should just pick this, right? Single-handed melee weapons. This seems like it'll give me more of a broad range of yeah, let me pick this. Melee weapons. Although you choose your descriptor from among the many doppelgangers in the mirror, you now have the chance to view the specific bonuses and penalties it grants. You can also examine the effects of the other descriptors and choose a new one if you wish. Charming. Ooh, here we go, rugged. You love nature and pitting your wits against the elements. You are tough as befits a life in the wild. People and machines are something of a mystery, though. Train level and lore, machinery, skill, deception. +1 training level and endurance skill. So then I get more health. Ooh, that sounds good. Natural skill, what the hell is that? Natural sciences and physical creatures. +2 resistance. So resistance is like not armor, but against other types of damage. Okay, so that's... I might pick that. +3 to might pool. Don't want to be slow. Ooh, here we go. You can take a lot of punishment, shrugging off blows that would down most people. +1 to armor, +1 to resistance. +1 training level and endurance. Excuse me. +5 health per level. Oh, -15 evasion though. I don't know about that. I'm thinking tough. Or rugged. I thought there was one that gave +2 to armor. +1 training level. I guess I'm just not remembering it correctly. Confusing it with another game. I think last time I picked tough. But then I lose the evasion. And if I lose the evasion, I may as well pick a different skill. What is this? Skill with defense? Taunt. I wonder if what I picked with this, I don't know if I picked hook. I think as you level up you get to unlock more of these. Maybe I picked hook. I don't want to lose 15 evasion. But I think maybe the heavy armors might make you lose evasion anyway. I do want that extra armor rating. Training level in endurance, natural science, natural skill. +2 resistance. Maybe I should pick this one. Rugged. So now his deception is poor and lower machinery is poor. Rugged or tough? What does willpower do again? Guards against magic? I remember armor being really useful, though. Excuse me. Well, this is permanent, isn't it? Skill with defense. I want that armor rating. Are you sure you wish to proceed? This is your last chance. Maybe resistance instead. This way I don't lose the evasion. I guess I'll pick tough. I have +1 to armor from the beginning. The Spectre. Everything about this spectral figure seems dreamlike. He is a hazy silhouette who seems to be made of blue gas smoke. Is my health pool different depending on the answers I gave in the beginning, though? I don't know. Everything about the spectral figure seems dreamlike. He is hazy silhouette who seem to be made of blue gas. Like, if I answered different questions, would my health pool be bigger? That's what I'm wondering. Wears a stylish, well-cut cloth. His handsome, bearded face seems hauntingly familiar. Though you've never seen him before, he breathes a sigh of relief when he sees you. We weren't sure what that would work. We pulled our strength and channeled it through me to reach you, to wake you up. He glances at the other figures. Other figures here and frowns unhappily. Took more out of them than we thought. The others' reflections, they're more like shadows now. Look, I'll bet you've got a lot of questions. This whole place is basically your mind. Your body is still out there in the real world, healing from that fall. You need to get out there and finish the process. It shouldn't be too hard. Before I met you, I felt like something was hunting me. Do you know what it was? Oh, really? Do they? Then I need to answer some different questions. How do I start over? I need to go back and get a bigger health pool, bro. Before I met you, I felt like something was hunting me. Do you know what it was? You said I had to finish the process. What do you mean by that? What are those other people? You call them reflections. If this place is my mind, why don't I remember any of this, any of you? Who are you? He closes his eyes. That's a memory I don't want to recall. Large, black, furious. It's our death. It's the sorrow. He closes his eyes. I hope it's lost interest in you. If it finds us, we're done for. Said I had to finish the process. What do you mean by that? After you wake up from this dream state and attune to the tides, you'll need to find something called a resonance chamber. Your body should have landed somewhere near it. Just climb inside and everything will be fine. I'm just a part of you. I look at you and I know this place is made for you. For us, and I remember pieces of knowledge that come to me when you ask your questions, but that's all. He pauses and looks down at himself, considering a long time before answering. I'm you. I'm a part of your mind, a splinter. I was waiting here for you. We called you with the memories of the others who are here. I don't know what happens next. What do you mean attuned to the tides? Tides are like a force, like gravity or magnetism or something, except they respond to people's actions and perceptions. Your body, that is, your body in the real world, needs the tides to survive. It's not something you need to worry about. Your body will attune as it wakes up. What's a resonance chamber? I remember pieces about it, but not the whole. It's a crystal sarcophagus. I remember it having five mechanical arms around it and a metal ring set on the floor. I think we were aiming for it when we fell. When you open your eyes in the real world, it should be nearby. Who are those other people? You called them reflections. That's what they are. As I said, it's your mind. You find reflections of people you knew. People you met in the real world and with whom you shared some kind of psychic connection. I don't know how or why, it just happens. How do I get back to the real world? There's a portal down there. It'll take you back to your body. Just step through it and the whole tides thing should take care of itself. He crosses his arms. When you wake up, find the resonance chamber and activate it. Then we can... What in the hell is that? Oh, I remember this cool music. The sorrow is anchored to those reflections. It's devouring their power. We have to get rid of them, destroy its anchor, or else the sorrow will erase us forever. Crisis begins when you enter into a dangerous situation. Crises are turn-based encounters where you can fight, sneak, manipulate the environment, or talk your way out of trouble. Each turn, you can take one action to attack or activate an ability. You can also make one move. Use the L to move the reticle to the center of the screen, then X to move to the position or attack. Try selecting the highlighted character now. I'm going to answer the questions quickly and see if my stats are different. So willpower is like magic resistance, I think.
The first you force, your mind wakes in dark. The body is... Wait, without warning, the cocoon that surrounds you shreds and tears away. You are falling. Put your hands to your side. A phrase whispers itself. Slow is a relative term. You knife through the air, piercing its veins.
Armor reduces damage, blah blah. Resistance reduces damage from energy, chemical. Okay. What happened? Oh, I died? I don't think those answers matter in the beginning. I lost the game.
Your first emotion, your mind, you force your eyes open. The body is... Wait, you, without warning, the cocoon that surrounds you shreds and tears away. Instinctively, you spread your arms below you. You see a large... Now you see that this appears to be a... Further to the north and east, you see a broad plain. Scattered, it's fruitless. You've reached a velocity that you strike the building darkness.
Feeling this is not going to change the stats, but we'll see. Use your might. I'm just going to pick all options that use strength and defense. I have a feeling it's going to be the same though. threaten him. Trade blows with the giant. Charge through them, counting on your defenses. See if he has more health this time. Ah, look at this. There's actually more options now. Before there were only 2 options. Tough looking, strong. Point at the tough looking doppelganger. Point at the strong one. Point at the rugged one. Interesting. Before there were only 2. Tough guy. Let's do the strong one. Gain descriptor strong. Whoa, his might's way higher than it was before. Look at that. It does change. Look at how much health I have now. Oh man. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Look at that health. What would happen if I picked rugged? Might represents the character's physical strength and resilience. All might. More beef. Oh, these are the same as before. Pull them towards you. He uses 1 might though. I think I want this. The bad thing is the other perk kind of negates this. Or I could get taunt. What is willpower? It's probably magic defense. Defense against spells. Endurance. Can you go above 2? Is that a thing? Oh, now my character's fast. Or not as slow as before, huh? Oh, that's why his might was so strong. Okay. I was wrong. His might was high because I had the strong perk. Pick running instead. Be fast. Plus 5 health per level. I want 2 endurance. Alright, let's take endurance. Alright, so it ends up being the same. Or is it? Tough guy. Ends up being the same as before. And now the game's crashing. Great.